All right. Been a while, about 2 weeks. So, I'm eating my pre-workout meal right now. It's, we don't have any oats, so it's the Great Value brown sugar, maple brown sugar. It'll do though. So, today is pool day, so my back from 2 days ago, I hit hamstrings. The RDL's really strained, put a lot of soreness on my traps. So definitely gonna do more of a lat and bicep day, and maybe do an extra rear delt exercise. Things lately. Last week, I know last video did full day of eating. It was about 3,000. Lowered it to 2,800 because I felt I was gaining needless fat. Those kind of decisions when you're tweaking it, it's definitely play it by the eye kind of thing. So when I was eating 3,000 calories, I was like, okay, gaining weight a little fast. I gained like 8 pounds in like about a week and a half. I'm like, no, it's not ideal weight gainage, but it's just gonna be fat. So you down at 200. So you look at it as your maintenance is totally, you don't really know your maintenance ever because your weight's always going up and down. It's not on that day. So you pick a certain calorie goal, you stick at it, and you see, play it by week, 2 weeks, see where you are with it. If it's good, keep it there. If it needs to change in a certain way, you change it. My way, I downed it 200 because I thought I was gaining too much. So going down 200 more calories a day, it isn't much. I feel just as satiated. So the only two things I care about when I down my calories like that while I'm trying to gain muscle is, does it affect how my performance in the gym is? Which it doesn't. It's still a lot of carbs, a lot of calories, and the satiation. I'm not gonna be muscle building if I'm hungry. Obviously, I'm not hungry off 2,800 calories. So that works for me. So if you really think about it, I downed 200 calories a day. It's about 1,400 calories a week, less calories I'm eating. Now, fat is about, if you go 3,500 over your maintenance, that's about a pound of fat. Now, that's off of the fractional studies. If you actually eat 3,500 over maintenance that day, your body won't break down that shit. It'll just basically go through your system, most of it just out the window. That's why when people do these 10,000 calorie challenges, they don't really gain that much fat the next day. It's just more like it was just a lot of fucking food to fit in. It's just gonna want to get it out. It's not gonna actually absorb any of those calories. So that's why, if you think of it as a week-to-week thing, if you eat 3,500 over your maintenance throughout a week, you'll probably gain a pound of fat. So if you go down 200 a day, that's 1,400 a week, and that's about 2,800 in 2 weeks. You go a week and a half. We'll say every week and a half of that diet, it's 3,500 calories, almost, and that's about a pound of fat every week and a half. You're saving yourself from. So I thought that was a reasonable thing to down my calories 200. Definitely getting more than enough protein in, still around just over 200. I've downed fats a little bit because I just couldn't really get those healthy fats in, around 80 grams a day. That's it was 90, now it's 80. Just down those 10 grams, that's almost 100 calories right there. So, my weight went down a couple of days, but I think it's because not as much carbs. I am back up to 170 now. So, yeah, same thing every day pretty much. Consistency is key, as you've heard in anything else you want to be great at, So, I'm measure this out. Basically, it's 3 packs of Great Value sugar, maple brown sugar oatmeal. It's a lot of carbs because this is my pre-workout meal. You want most of your carbs in here, and then you want a big carb meal after to replenish. I talked about that in another video. All right, got it here. put 30 grams of peanut butter, and I also have Rise Skippy peanut butter, which tastes amazing. I've been using it the past few days. But anyways, to talk about my goals, I guess now. Usually people put their goals and their physique as a number on the scale. I used to do that, but honestly, now I don't think it's more of that. It's more of the look. What do you want to look? Which muscle groups do you really have to bring up? How are you gonna achieve that as well? That's what I've been completely focused on recently. So obviously my goal is to get a Natty Pro card. That's the big one. It's the big goal. But you got to set intermediate goals in between. One of them is don't skip leg day. That's it's a simple but hard thing to do. I always skip legs. Those stupid. They're like probably a year of lifting behind my upper body, but I've been hitting them pretty hard, and I think I don't want to say noticeable size after 3 or 4 weeks, but honestly, I think they've gotten better. But that's just from high intensity, low-ish volume. I have been putting more volume in than normal just because I have so much more carbs. But yeah, it's just it's one of those things you have to bring up, especially if you want to be in classic physique. You have to have that X frame, and I just had the Y frame, So also posing makes a huge difference. I don't know if I talked about that, but I should have practiced posing so much more. But it's just and then how are you going to set these goals? Obviously, I have a schedule in school fit around that I can go into the gym at a certain time whenever I want. Pretty much, like usually I have, a 2 or 3 hour break in between classes, or I get out relatively early for some of those days and I can go after. For this kind of stuff, you can't just fit the gym in. You have to work your day around the gym, basically. Take your creatine. I take my pre-workout and creatine. I put my creatine in my pre-workout every time I work out, and if I'm not working out the day, I just put it in my jug. So it gives me a reason to drink the whole jug. I want to drink water because, one, I feel so much better when I have water in it, and two, I realize that I drink like no water when I don't think about it. On a unrelated topic, March Madness has started now, and my bracket is pretty whack. So I had Louisville beating Creighton. That didn't happen, obviously. But I did have one upset that I predicted that was, honestly, I looked into it kind of, but it was kind of a stupid pick, but it worked out. Clemson lost to McNeese. Now, that probably broke like half of the live brackets after the Louisville game, because the Louisville game actually broke like 54% of the brackets. But yeah, that's just crazy how I got that. We're in a league, so that gave me a lot of points. Upset points give you more. So I think I'm second right now, but I'm probably gonna be more because I had another upset on the way, I think, right now, recording. I don't know which one it is, but it looks like it's gonna happen. Maybe it's Gonzaga, just because the 9-8. But yeah, I have McNeese beating Purdue, because if you follow the bracket, Purdue was like some I forget who they beat. It was like it started with a V, I think. I don't know. It wasn't Vanderbilt, but it beat them, and then McNeese won. And for some reason, Purdue has been choking a lot the past few years with some pretty good teams, but I did put McNeese over Purdue, which I don't think is going to happen. So I don't know what else thinking. It was kind of like a last-minute bracket. I'm going to go hit a lift maybe in an hour and a half, because it's been a rough day. You can probably tell from my hair. The fact that I was up till 8 in the morning watching the whole first season of Invincible, because I'm a little late on it, but that show's so good. Anyway, Yeah.
Where the separation starts arising, I can see it coming over you. It's how cool are you? It's so fair how you think I'm so serious. From the dark side, the thing is, I don't give enough jacks to give a fuck. It's just plain boring. I even bore me. It's classical. How cool are you?
Fuck. Well, that was a good workout. Yeah, it was no really upper back day. I wanted to get far away from my traps as possible, and even doing my lat exercises, it was still really sore. But anyways, yeah, I didn't end up doing an extra rear delt workout exercise, but the reason I don't record every single movement I do is because one, some of them are pretty boring to watch, and then two, it just gets in everyone's way in my gym. Like, all the machines are so close. I definitely said that on another video, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, ate my 2,800 calories. Time for bed. It was just another day. This leading into what I want to do for this video is, hopefully this doesn't fuck the sound up, but I want to talk about mindset and lifestyle changes. When most people go into the gym, they want to change their physique like a now, like I want this now, whatever. Most people start out, they don't know what to do. That's fine. How would you? But eventually they'll learn, and I'm hoping to hit the audience that are just starting. There's certain steps you have to take to being able to get this physique that you want. And God damn it. Oh my fucking god. And that's implementing lifestyle changes such as smarter food choices. Instead of doing freaking McDonald's, do like a home cooked meal that's still very enjoyable. You can make food at home that's pretty damn good, and in most cases it's less expensive. It's just stuff like that. Getting 10,000 steps a day, or if you're trying to gain weight, like get that extra meal in, just that one extra meal in, maybe wake up a little earlier and get that one meal in. All these little incremental changes that you can make and put into your life will stack up, and all these habits will work as one, which will help you get to your goal a lot quicker. And then there's the mindset aspect of, you need to know that everything you do has a purpose to it. Your mindset is to get in there, get it done, and go on to the next thing. So, for example, mindset in trying to build muscle right now. Wake up, get that first meal in. Next thing, get that second meal in. Next thing, pre-workout meal, get that thing in. Mostly carbs. Most important thing, get to the gym. That's what a lot of people struggle with. Opening up time in their day for that. Like I said earlier in this video, you have to work your day around the gym. You can't just fit your gym in, or else you're not going to be able to go every day or as consistently as you need. So once you get to the gym, get in there, push yourself, high intensity. Find a training style that works for you, for what you want. Obviously, it couldn't just be muscle building, it could be strength. I mean, it could even be like combat, like jiu-jitsu, boxing. You get home, you eat that next meal, you recover, you try to get the best sleep possible. That's it's drinking water, it's taking those supplements, it's hitting those macro goals, all those. That did not come to me in one day and I just started doing all that. That's over 3 years of experience, just knowing that once I add up this thing, it'll be better. Once I add this thing, it'll be better. Blah blah blah, on and on. So, that's what it kind of takes to get to that next level for yourself. And you can never stop getting better. One thing I see is genetics play a huge role in these kind of things like strength building or especially muscle building. That's a huge genetic factor, just because you have to have the right insertions, like your bicep insertions need to be about there. I have pretty good ones, but you can't have this gap in your chest that I have, but no one's gonna have everything perfect. That's why I see these higher up people, like these Olympians, their day-to-day lives, there's people out there that are doing better things than them. They just don't have the genetics for that. So people think, here's an example, Arnold, he worked out twice a day, hit like 20 sets every workout, like of each body part. That didn't work for him because it works. It worked for him in spite. Hold on, I'm trying to reset that. That's not what it takes for it to work. It worked despite his it didn't work despiting his genetic. Oh my fucking god, I cannot speak. All that thing wouldn't work for most people. It just happened because he has the genetics to override all that. Um, you know, Obviously that chest insertion was fucking insane. Look at his bicep right there. That's insane. You just had those things to do. Those high volume things, no one naturally can exercise that much and recover perfectly. Especially if you're doing twice a day, almost 7 days a week. You're just gonna fatigue your body for the rest of your life. He obviously had performance enhancement drugs. One of the best things those things do is they help you recover quicker than ever. That's why, Urs Kalasinski, he's doing 2 days right now. He's on performance enhancing drugs. He can recover so fast that he could really hit 4 or 5 muscle groups a day, or like 4 or 5 muscle groups in a day, wait 2 days and do them all again. But yeah, it's simple stuff that stacks up. I kind of went off track there, but again, just getting those goals down, setting those goals for yourself, getting that mindset, changing your lifestyle habits, stuff like that. It'll help you definitely get yourself close to that physique you want, or that goal you want. So, like, for example, we'll take me for example. Like I said earlier in this video, want to be a pro bodybuilder in the OCB. This was the first step. I had to compete. That's one of the first steps. Not many people get that on their first try. So, my ultimate goal, OCB pro, how am I going to do that? What am I going to do? Like all this, like this thing I'm doing now, like I'm gaining this muscle. I'm not trying to gain a lot of fat. I'm just trying to stay at a healthy body fat while pushing myself very hard every day, trying to gain muscle. And hopefully I can, get that size, practice posing, everything. take my supplements, take my creatine every day like I've been doing. It's just stuff like that. Just the little stuff that you add give you a little bit more of an edge. Now, if you put all those, hundreds of things that you can fix in your life right now, eventually lean them into your lifestyle over like 10 years, you'll have a perfect habit for yourself. Obviously, you need to learn yourself as well. You don't just go ahead and do something because someone on the internet said that. Like right now, you don't have to listen to me. It's a suggestion, and you take the knowledge and you apply it to yourself. Either whether that's no, that's stupid, I'm never doing that, or it's I'll hear him out, I'll try it, or that's amazing, I'm gonna definitely try that, and blah blah blah. You could take it many different ways, but that's about what I wanted to talk about in this video. I see that as a problem. A lot of people ask me how, like, what do you do, blah blah blah, and I'm like, it's years of practicing the same thing over and over, looking to get better. You can look at it as a business standpoint. Not every millionaire in the world said, I want to be a millionaire, and that happened in the first year. Obviously, there's implications, like a person does it because they blow up. The muscle building is a lot different in that case, but years of experience definitely help. And those young ones that get millions in their teens or like early 20s, they're the ones to gradually gain that experience and eventually turn into billionaires. So that's it. And whatever you're trying to be good at, it takes time and takes practice. It takes 10,000 hours to master something. So that's it.